Hey, what's up guys? Armorlight15 here, and I have a different gameplay for you guys here today. I have a search and destroy game with the silenced MP5, and normally my SMG gun to go to is the AK-74U, but that's usually when I'm not using a silencer and I want to use my rapid fire as everyone else does to give it that extra lethality that it already has, then some. And but when I'm using a silencer, I like to play with the silenced MP5. I really don't know why. I don't really have any specific excuse. I've always been a fan of the MP5 since Modern Warfare, the original. But right here, you can see it does, even with the silencer, it's doing work on people. So I highly recommend it, and I highly recommend using a silencer when you're playing, especially when you're playing Search and Destroy, because you can pretty much assume that anyone who is playing Search and Destroy is going to pay extra attention to their mini-map. And if you guys aren't using Ninja or Hacker Pro, I would highly recommend using those perks for your third, because obviously you can assume about 90% of the people playing Search and Destroy have a headset like a Turtle Beach like myself. And if you're not using Ninja, they will hear your footsteps, so you always got to keep that in account. And having Hacker Pro obviously has a great benefit of knowing where the claymores and motion sensors are, and if you have Hacker Pro, then you're not going to show up on the motion sensor, which is also a great kind of sneaky tactic. So there are times when I play Search and Destroy and I'm using Marathon and Lightweight, and if you see me doing that, the reason I use Lightweight and Marathon, it's more so for an offensive purpose, and it's to try and to get to not only a first blood, but to get to an enemy to a choke point, to an engagement before the enemy does, and it also lets me kind of catch them off guard. And if I can beat them to kind of a strategic area or a tactical area where it's got several paths for look at that fucking idiot trying to climb up the fucking ladder.
Good job, team.
I love that when they pop their little head up. You just pop them right in their fucking dome. But obviously some areas, like for instance right up here, I know that these guys are probably going to be hiding behind those crates. That's a very strategic area. So I'm going to go ahead and counter that by using my Semtex. And I throw the Semtex behind it. I didn't know for a fact that someone was there, but they were. And you kind of got to go with your gut instinct in that kind of case. But for instance, that's a great example of what I was just talking about. That's a very strategic and kind of a tactical area where you can just kind of head glitch, if you want to call it that, and get behind the crates, and it allows you to get full sight of that portion of the map where the enemy is coming from. And if you can beat the person to that area, or you can catch them off guard coming up that path with a Semtex, you're going to have an advantage. You might even get a double or triple kill with a Semtex. You never know. So anyways, I believe we're on the second round right now, and I think there's only one or two of the enemies left on their team, so we're all searching around for the enemy. And my tactic is to kind of stay low, stay in the grass, and then to try and listen for them. But I didn't hear anything, so now I know the time's running out, the bomb's planted, and I'm just trying to run around looking for somebody, but it ends up blowing up and the round ends anyways. You can see that I have an RCXD, but I haven't used it yet. And the reason is that when you play Search and Destroy, it's a very strategic game. You have to try and outthink your enemy. And you also have to save those kill streaks for the appropriate time. So now I know this is practically the last round if we're going to win it, which we will. So I'm going to decide to use the RCXD now, and I know where they're coming from because I was just spawning on that side of the map. So I easily take out one of the guys with RCXD. That leaves us with one guy less to worry about. And now after killing that guy, my team is such a beast that they just go around and kill everyone else before I even get a chance to do it. So this game is about over. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to rate it. I appreciate the thumbs up. And stay tuned for some more gameplay.